there, and thank you so much for joining me. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, good night, whatever time it is that you are watching this video. I'm grateful to have you with me. If it's your first time here, I'm Melanie Webber, and my channel is all about helping people, everyday people, to live their greatest life, basically, to live what they were put on earth to do. So if that sounds absolutely awesome to you, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Now, my videos are typically around business advice, having an online business, but a little while ago, someone asked me the question as to how I actually go about making my videos. So I thought, what best way to address that or share that than making a video about it. So in this video, I'm really excited about making, because I really do enjoy making these sorts of videos, sharing my tips, what I've learned from making my videos when I first started through to now. So in this video, I'm going to cover exactly what I do in preparing to make my videos, from the upfront stuff through to actually sitting down in front of my phone to shoot the video. So I'll include in this what I've done up front, and also to what equipment that I'm using to make my videos now. So I hope that will be helpful. So if you're wanting to know anything beyond or after the video is shot about editing and uploading to YouTube and all that kind of stuff, I'm not going to cover that in this video, but anything prior to that, or the video actually being filmed, then you've come to the right place. I will help you with that. So let's get into it. Before I actually sit down to shoot, there's a number of things that I actually prep in advance. Number one is, of course, I know what my topic is going to be for that video, and I also do prepare my whole description for the video. So I put together in a Word document everything that I'm needing to put into that description. So that includes, of course, the title of the video, all of the description contents about what the video is about, any links to blog posts or websites or anything that I may have featured in that video, as well as links to other videos of mine that I've done in the past that may support or may be of use as well, or helpful or interesting to someone who's watching that video. They might also want to look at those videos. Through to how to contact me, of course, and all the usual stuff that you include in a description. In that same document, I also put the tags I'm going to use for the video, as well as the links to any links for cards. So all of that's the post-production stuff, but I put all of that in that document with all of this description for the video, just so it's all in one place. I'm not having to scramble after making the video to put all of that stuff together. It's all in one place, so it's just a matter of copying and pasting. Okay, so then once that is done, then once I feel that I am ready to actually sit down and make the video, then obviously I'm needing to put all of my equipment where it needs to be in order to shoot the video. So this includes, and very, very, very important, is setting up the background, or identifying exactly where I'm going to shoot the video, which most of them to date have been at my office desk with my tripod set up on the desk. So that hasn't always been the case. Before I got my tripod, I just simply had my phone, which is my Samsung Galaxy S8 at the moment. It just used to be propped up on books, or it used to be propped up on this really wire funny thing, which you can see my old setup in the video right up here. Instead of being a little bit sporadic about my setup, why don't I just go through it in its completeness so you know exactly what I use now. So as I said, actually to record my videos, I use my Samsung Galaxy S8, which I've got currently, and I use the front camera. Not as great a quality as the rear camera, but it's just simply so I can actually see what's going on. I can see on the screen as I'm making the video as to how I'm placed on the screen, and I just tend to find that it's a bit easier. Okay, so I use my phone to film the videos. I also use, I haven't always had this, but I have found that it's just brightened things up a little bit. I'll just take it off now. I use this little guy which is I just got off Wish, and I will, anything I've bought, any of my equipment that I have bought recently, I'll put in the links down in the description, just so you've got that to reference. But that's just a little LED light that just clips onto the back of my phone, and I find brightens up what's in front of it, which essentially is my face. Makes it a little bit brighter and easier for people to see. The only downfall with having one of those, I must admit, is for a little bit afterwards, after making the video, is whenever I close my eyes, I do have the LED lights in my eyelids. But anyway, that's a side thing and should not interfere when making videos. It's certainly helped me. In terms of lighting, I also use, I'll just pause my camera for the moment so I can show you what I use. And there is nothing fancy about my equipment. I should have said that earlier. Nothing fancy at all, but I'll just show you what I do use for my lighting. Okay, so that's my desk lamp that I use right next to my tripod for extra lighting, and it's really nothing expensive at all. In fact, I think I might have gotten it from Kmart or Big W or somewhere like that, and it would have only cost about $10 or $15, I think. So really nothing elaborate about my setup. And I've spoken already about my tripod, which is this guy, which I've only had for a couple of months, but I am absolutely loving it, just quietly. It's really easy. My smartphone, of course, in the landscape mode, this is spring loaded, just fits in up there, and I'll just zoom in, and it's got a little air bubble in there so you can see when it's actually straight, which is always helpful. But yeah, that little guy, you can adjust it, but as to what you need, I tend to only adjust this little setting up here. But yeah, that's my tripod that I use, and I got that off Wish as well, and it was a real cheap. I think it was only about $20 or something, but again, I'll put the link in the description below to this video so you've got the details of that. All right, now come back. So that's my setup, the equipment that I use for my videos. As you see, nothing overly fancy at all or expensive either. So making videos, there's really no excuse not to make videos in my mind if you're using the excuse that you haven't got the equipment. If you've got a smartphone, you've probably had this already. If you've got a smartphone, you've got the equipment you need to make a video. So something I did forget to mention a little bit earlier is that before I actually sit down to make a video, obviously I have in front of me, I've got my description, all that kind of stuff already done. I've got all my tools, so my phone, my light on the desk, my tripod, all that kind of stuff in check. Something I did forget to mention that I do is, in terms of the content of actually how I'm going to talk through the video, is I do have in front of me written down on a notepad just bullet points for me to refer to in the video. So in the actual process of me filming the video is, I used to, in the very early days, I used to just I used to practice so much that I would just literally film the whole video all in one take. Not the best thing I found in the long run, but I find what works for me is just simply having the bullet points of things, the top things I want to make sure that I cover in the video, so that is my reference. And in the course of making my video, I'll say a bunch of stuff in line with one bullet point in one chunk, and then I might pause the video or stop the video, and I'll look down and find out what the next bullet point is, and then go on from there. This is by no means claiming that this is the only way or this is the best way to make videos by any means. My process is constantly evolving. I just find that this has worked for me. This has sped up my video making process quite a bit since I first started making videos. So I thought I'd share it with you in the hope that it might help you as well. But at the end of the day, you've got to find your own process that is the best for you. What is easiest for you, the most efficient, that you are most comfortable with. So I hope this video has been of value to you, that you've got something out of it. If you've got any other tips or tricks that you would like to share, then please do load me up in the comments below. I would love to hear them. So until I see you on my next video, I hope you take the greatest of care.